Canada's GDP fell 0.3% in October, which more than offset September's gain of 0.2%. My next guest says despite likely dodging a recession, the Canadian economy still does face some headwinds. Let's go to Valencia, economist at Desjardins. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So manufacturing was up in September, but down in October. Any obvious reason for the month-to-month change?
Well, one thing that stands out with today's numbers is that machinery manufacturing has gone down quite significantly after helping contribute to the manufacturing strength in September. But another sort of interesting tidbit of information we can glean with today's data is that wood manufacturing fell likely due to the tariffs that were introduced on wood products during the month. So those are really two interesting informations that we can glean from on the manufacturing side especially.
Okay, so the tariffs for cabinetry and furniture, those are the kind of things that were hit and that showed up in the October data.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's really a defining factor that's caused some of the weakness that we've seen in the wood manufacturing subsector.
Is there anything more that we've seen in the numbers that are directly affected by tariffs for the month of October?
Well, I suppose there's a lot of sort of one-off things that we've seen in today's monthly GDP data that kind of makes it difficult to say whether or not, there's a lot of trade impacts the trade war is sort of influencing some of these sub-industries. Say, for example, if you look at transportation warehousing, there was a lot of weakness there because of the recent postal worker strike. And if you look at, say, for example, on the public sector for services, the Alberta teacher strike had an impact on the numbers there. But if you do look, say, for example, in retail trade, it has fallen for the second consecutive month. And also wholesale trade, which has fallen for the second time in 3 months.
Okay, so retail, sorry to interrupt you, retail trade, I guess, would be one affected by tariffs. Then that would explain why the numbers are down?
I suppose, but one thing to keep in mind is that one data point isn't necessarily a signal, a start of a new trend. Obviously, we'd have to wait for more data to see if this weakness persists in the coming months. But at the moment, at least what we can see so far is there is some weakness in a lot of subsectors that as we've seen in today's monthly GDP data.
Okay, what is your take on construction activity declining?
Yeah, so it's quite unusual to see the construction sector decline for the first time in 6 months. Now, again, as I've mentioned before, one data doesn't necessarily imply that this is something that we may see moving forward, but there's other factors as well that could influence the trajectory of the construction sector moving forward. Say, for example, housing sector activity, the sort of the state of housing starts as is. These factors can definitely change, for example, the trajectory of the construction sector moving forward.
Okay, so because we've seen some weaker GDP numbers for October, I know the November outlook so far looks a little bit different, a bit of an upturn there. Do you think we've seen enough information here that could cause the Bank of Canada to change course?
At the moment, there's some of the recent data doesn't really, our view is that the recent data doesn't really move the monetary policy needle much for the Bank of Canada. If we refer back to the latest interest rate announcement, the Bank of Canada and the Governing Council has reiterated that the interest rate is appropriate enough as it is to keep inflation close to 2% target and also to guide the economy as it undergoes through this period of trade-driven structural adjustment. So again, in our view, the latest monthly GDP data for October doesn't really move the monetary policy needle much.
Okay. We also, again, as I mentioned, have a quick look at the November information to date. It does show a small turnaround. I'm wondering why or how you attribute that turnaround that Statistics Canada puts out for November.
So, yeah, I mean, with the limited information that we can glean from Statistics Canada's current flash estimate, they seem to suggest that there will be some gains in sectors such as educational services, construction, and some rebound in transportation and warehousing, likely as we've seen a recovery following the end of some of these postal worker strikes. But there seems to be persistent weakness as well in resource extraction and manufacturing. And so overall, I think that's the information that we can glean right now with StatCan's flash estimates.
Okay. Valencia, economist at Desjardins, thanks for your time.